So in this video, I want to show you how to build self-confidence so you can go out and accomplish your goals, flex on the haters, stunt on the hoes. No matter what you're trying to accomplish in life, you're going to need a certain amount of confidence in order to accomplish it. And the more confidence you have, the higher the probability of you actually accomplishing the goal. To get into it, there are 4 levels of confidence. There's this guy, right? He says, I can't. This guy doesn't believe he can do it at all. And it can be whatever the fuck we're talking about. And his mindset is, I can't. These are your fucking haters, shit talkers, bitch niggas. This is the lowest level. Level 2 is really where most of you guys are, where most people are. Because if you are an I can't ass nigga, you probably not watching this. I'm gonna be honest with you. This guy, he's like, I hope. That's his mindset. I hope. These are the try babies. I'll try. I'll give it a shot. I'll try. Right now, here's where things start to change. The next level. This is I will. This motherfucker's aggressive. He's not fucking around. This, like, you know, a lot of the alpha male content is these kind of guys, you know. But this is actually where success kind of begins. This is where you have like a certain amount of determination. But the highest level is on some king shit. And this guy says, I know. Right? There's no doubt in this motherfucker's mind. So these are the 4 levels. I can't. Oh, I can't do it. This motherfucker's sad. He's probably a hater too. Right? He's probably a hater out here talking shit about people. Then there's, oh, I hope. Right? These are the try babies. Right? The motherfuckers who, I'll give it a shot. See if it works. Right? Then there's I will. God, these motherfuckers, these are your alpha motherfuckers, super aggressive, as if they might be compensating for something. And then there's I know. Calm confidence. Oh man, I got this shit, man. Don't even listen. Everybody stand back. Everything's gonna be fine. Watch, right? Hold on. There's a few more. I know I'm like an amazing artist. Try not to get too distracted by it. All right. Now, check this out. If we were to break this down to what it looks like, we have here above, this is the outlook they have on life. Now, here's their personality. The motherfucker who's on some I can't shit, he is sad and bitter. So these are your haters, your shit talkers. You see this in men and women, right? You see somebody in shape. Oh, he's on steroids, or he's this, or he's that, or it's easy for him. That motherfucker, right? The women who are like this, they see like a hot chick and they be like, she got a bunch of plastic surgery. She probably a hoe, right? They sad and bitter, right? Because they don't believe in themselves, you know? Most of you guys aren't in this category, level 1, right? I can't. Most of you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, most of you are here. We're gonna show you how to move up the scale. But most of you guys are here in their personality. These guys, they're try babies. They'll try, but it's like, oh, let's see if it works. And their personality, they're like apprehensive. I'm sweating bullets trying to spell this right, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. They have a lot of trepidation because it's hope. Like, man, I hope it works. I hope I'm going to give it a shot. I hope it works. I don't know. We'll try, right? You know, that's better than not trying at all. But then, you know, the next guy, his personality is aggressive. He's going to fucking find a way or make a way no matter what. He's going to make it happen. This is where things change. Nothing good happens and I can't. Yeah, I hope maybe something good might happen if you're lucky. I will. That's when things start to change. And then, but I know it's the highest level because this is a very calm confidence. That's their personality, but your personality will affect your work ethic. And this is where things change, work ethic. So the I can't motherfucker, his work ethic, this motherfucker won't try, will talk shit and make excuses. Make excuses for not trying. That's crazy. Like, he didn't even try and he made excuses. But the reason he has to, if he doesn't talk shit and doesn't make excuses, then he has to blame himself, right? So it feels better to blame outside circumstances than it does to actually take responsibility for your own actions. This is how haters are made. That's the anatomy of a hater. When you see somebody hating on someone else, when you hating on someone else, it's because it makes you feel better. Now, the work ethic of someone in I hope is a little better. They're at least going to try, and they are try babies. And it's still better than level 1. But a try baby is like, oh, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try. Oh, I hope it works. And it might. Like it might, but it might not, because hope is not a strategy, right? You may be thinking, well, anything may work and might not. Wait a minute. It depends, right? Because this motherfucker, he will make it work, right? Because he will die trying. I want you to think about all the goals that you set for yourself that you did not accomplish. Was it something you wanted or something you had to have? If you did not accomplish that goal, I know the answer. It was just a good idea. Something you really wanted. If you had to have it and you went after it with that kind of intensity, like I have to have that, I promise you would have got it. Somebody on level 4, I know, they actually make it look easy. And it looks like their life is just an unbroken boulevard of green lights. Now, they make it look easy. And maybe it is easy for them, right? Because when somebody says something is easy or difficult, it's all relative. When you see me doing handstand push-ups, you may say, man, that's hard. It's not difficult for me anymore. There was a point where it was difficult for me, but it's all relative. This person makes it look easy. And the reason they make it look easy is because of their skill level. This is all about to make sense to you, right? Because how do I get up to skill? This is where it kind of starts. The motherfucker at level 1, probably doesn't believe he can because he has no skills, very little. I'm just gonna write none in the interest of time. The try baby, he might have some skills. So he's enough for him to like, man, I'll give it a shot. This motherfucker has more skills, but he believes in his work ethic enough, adequate. And the reason this guy makes it look easy, he's probably an expert. I'm not done here, but you probably can't just start off here. You might have to work your way through each level. For example, if for some reason I got drafted in the NBA and I was in the 3-point contest, man, I'd feel like this. Man, I hope I can be competitive. Feel like, and it would make sense because of my skill level. But maybe a rookie, he enters the NBA 3-point contest and he's like, man, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat everybody. He probably comes with that attitude. I once read a story about Larry Bird. It was right before the 3-point contest. And he walked in there with all the all-stars and he's like, so who's coming in second? Right? Because he had his skill level was so high, he just had that kind of confidence. But it comes from skill level. You can't just make yourself like this. So people want to say, hey, just be confident. That's fucking crazy, man. You can't just be confident. You got to give yourself a reason to be confident. And that's confidence in your skill levels. Because you don't know what's going to happen, but you do know that your skill level will put you in the best position to succeed. But to even get that skill level, you're going to need this point, right? And this is very important. Psychologists call this locus of control. So locus of control, this means like, do you believe that things happen because of you? Or do you believe that things happen in your life because of outside circumstances? Which has the most control over your life? At levels 1 and 2, these people have what's called an external locus of control. They believe things happen to them. The reason that things start to change at the I will level is because these people have what's called an internal locus of control. And this is where it all starts. If you believe that what happens to you in life is because of you, you're going to work on your skill set and have the work ethic, and you'll end up in one of these two places, right? Probably got to go here first. You probably got to be super aggressive. And then once you get enough skill, then you move here. Right? No one can just be here. Don't think you can just do this. You got to have an internal locus of control. You got to believe that it's up to you. That's where I hope, I'll try. We'll see. Right? These people have an external locus of control. And the fun fact is they look over here at this guy and they say, oh, it's easy for him. It's easy for this guy. Oh man, well, I could do it if I'm like this. Or they look at this guy and they say, oh yeah, man, but I don't want to work that hard, or he doesn't enjoy life. And they come up with a bunch of excuses to why it doesn't work, because they're haters, because they got to believe that it's not their fault. If this person sees these people succeed and better than him, he's got to believe one or two things. He's got to believe that they got lucky, or it's easy for them, or they have to believe that these people are better than them and are working harder than them. What do you think feels better, right? Of course, it doesn't feel better to blame it on yourself. And they wouldn't blame it on themselves because they have what's an external locus of control. They don't believe anything happens because of them. They believe that they're just like a cork in the ocean being moved about. How do you build this? How do you ascend up these levels of confidence till you get to the point where you are at least here? Because this is where things change, where you get aggressive. You might have to get here first, and it may take you years to get here. You probably got to go from here to here or here to here. You got to get aggressive. How do you do that? You have to take responsibility for your own life. Even if you're in bad situations, even if a bunch of bad shit has happened to you, It may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility. I was talking to somebody and they were telling me that they tried somebody's course or some other motherfucker shit. And it's like, yeah, man, that shit didn't work. And I'm like, it didn't work? It didn't work for anyone or didn't work for you? So it didn't work for me. And it's like, why did it work for other people and not for you? Are they better than you? I forced him to take responsibility. And I talked to him. He said, yeah, I guess I didn't go that hard. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, why was you trying to blame this other motherfucking shit? So you got to take responsibility. That's the first part. You got to take responsibility. But that can be painful if your life is really fucked up. And that's okay. Because if it's your responsibility, then you can fix it. If it's somebody else's fault, then there's nothing you can do. And it may feel better to blame the government, society, Democrats, Republicans, blacks, whites, whatever. It may feel better, but it won't help you. You got to take responsibility. And then once you do that, once you've got an internal locus of control, what we're going to do is going to work backwards. And now we're going to work on building our skill set. And the beauty of building skill set is you can get good at anything if you put enough time in. So let me show you something. You may say, oh, Brandon, you showed me this before. I've seen this before. Shut the fuck up. This is something I've called a skill acquisition matrix. This puts skill acquisition in your hands. So some people will tell me, man, oh man, I tried to get good at this one thing. It ain't work for me. Well, how long did you try? Oh man, I tried it once. All right, so here's the thing. If you've read Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers, basically you need 10,000 hours to be an expert in anything. That's what Malcolm asserted. Other books and research that speak to this, you can read The Talent Code and another good book called Talent is Overrated. They all basically say the same thing. 10,000 hours of practice makes you an expert at anything, but you probably don't need to be an expert on most things. Like 100 hours makes you not bad. I know when I first started playing guitar, I practiced an hour a day. After 90 days, I was like, not bad. I wasn't good. I just wasn't bad. I probably won't embarrass myself where motherfuckers are laughing at me. Chicks ain't throwing their panties at me either, right? 1,000 hours, now you're good. Anybody who sees you like will say, oh, this person is good. I really believe that, and that's based off a lot of what I read, a lot of research. 20,000 hours, this motherfucker's really good. This motherfucker's the man. 5,000 hours, you are amazing. Panties get wet when you perform whatever you're doing. Even if you're a girl. It's like you're that good. 10,000 hours, like you say, you're one of the best in the world. 20,000 hours, you're one of the best ever, right? Most of us will never get to that in anything. Like these motherfuckers have statues and movies made about them. Skill acquisition is math. I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, but you can like take a screenshot of this shit. Basically, it shows you based off how many hours of practice you do a day, how long it's gonna take you to hit each level. Take a screenshot of this. Hey, listen, hey asshole, if you're some fucking math nerd, don't go fact checking my shit. Some of this shit is rounded, all right? So this actually makes it math, right? You can see how long it's gonna take you to get good at anything. Then you can actually like plan it out. And I have a video about skill acquisition that really goes into more detail of this, because this is you should watch that video now, because this is the key to rising up this scale. But if you're here, once you've taken responsibility, all right, the next thing you need is skill to get here. And once you get skill, then you move up the scale and your results will be reflected in that.